Oh my Lord, this is so true. So many times when I'm working with clients, I'm seeing like all these improvements in their life, right, that they're making, and they're not recognizing any of them. And I've got a story of a client that I just worked with a couple days ago. I can't wait to share with you. It's sometimes really hard to see, like, the 6 ounces that are lost if you're looking at weight loss, or the fact that you're starting to control your codependency, where you can say, oh my gosh, in the past I would have said yes to all the last 7 invitations that people wanted me to do things, and I only said yes to 5, and that would be a major improvement, right? Individuals that say, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days of the week, and they've never been to the gym, but they ended up 2 days of the week. See, that's improvement right there. But it's so hard sometimes for us to see our own improvement, how we see our own improvement with self-confidence, how we might see our own improvement with self-esteem, which is self-love, how we might see our own improvement in regards to working with other difficult people. Maybe in the past you used to get into screaming arguments, and now all of a sudden there's hardly ever any arguments. But did you notice that? Did you notice the changes that you made? Maybe you never learned how to meditate, and you said you never would because you hated it. But now you're doing 2 to 3 minutes a day, and you're going, oh, it's only 2 to 3 minutes a day. No, that's a major improvement because you weren't doing anything. Something popped in my head. I got this coolest text this morning from this really successful entrepreneur I work with, and he took off a number of hours in the middle of the day yesterday for his self-care. We've been working on his self-care. One of the things I do in the world of working as a counselor and executive coach, et cetera, is we help people raise their level of human consciousness. And when you're doing self-care, when you're really taking care of yourself, you're operating out of a much higher level of human consciousness than you were when you weren't taking care of yourself. So the fact that he took hours just to be by himself and to take care of his own self-care is massive, right? And so I blew it up right away. And I told him what a phenomenal thing he did. And, this is excellent because I want people to see it. You're tuned in to the most positive podcast in the galaxy, David Essel, live right here on Buzzsprout.com. Go to Buzzsprout.com, Google David Essel, thousands of hours of interviews. So let me tell you the second story. So I've been working with this woman for a number of years, and in and out of different relationships and different challenges that she's faced. Like, I won't hear from her for a year, and then all of a sudden we'll work together for 4 or 5 months, and then I won't hear from her for 3 or 4 years. So one of the things that we've worked on for a long time, in different little spurts, is codependency. And codependency is really huge. And in her upbringing, it was very big. And in the business she's in, it's huge. Codependency is everywhere. And so one of the things that we worked on in her previous relationships was being more independent, not being as codependent. When a relationship isn't working, like, to make that differentiation and say, hey, listen, I've tried everything and I need to get out. In the past, what she would do is what a lot of us would do, is that she knew it wasn't working, she knew it wasn't healthy, but she would stay way too long. And last week, I got the most amazing call or information during one of our sessions when we had been working together for a marriage that she's been in just for a short period of time. And it's outrageously unhealthy for both people. And she finally made the move. I didn't tell her to do it. All I said was, you need to make the right move for you, whatever that might be. And I gave her a writing exercise. At the end of the writing exercise, she came up with she needed to go through with the divorce. And she went ahead and hired an attorney. And when she told me the story, like, I lost it in a positive way. I said, oh my God, honey, do you see what you've done? Do you see that you've just shattered your codependency? The last several relationships, when it got to this point of being toxic and unhealthy, you stayed. When it got to this point, this time, you blew it up and you're leaving. You're taking care of yourself. It's self-care. You're now an independent woman. And I could hear on the other end of the phone a huge smile. And she said, David, oh my God, thank you. I really didn't look at it as that big of a deal. But now that you tell me, I've just shattered. I said, you've shattered a family, a generational, everything you can imagine, and you've shattered it all by making that difficult move, which is the right move for you. It's called self-care. It's called self-love. So listen, I know it's hard sometimes to see your improvements, but when you write your improvements down, when you write the steps down, it gives you a better chance to see that you're making progress in life. If I can help you at all, if you're challenged in relationships or finances or addiction, a career path, mental health issues, whatever it might be, reach out to me at talkdavid.com. We work with people from all over the world, and there's 4 free books on motivation at talkdavid.com you can get anytime you want, okay? Until next time, I'm David Essel. This is Buzzsprout. Have a beautiful day.